Due to the full-scale invasion of Russia, 2022 has become one of the most difficult years for the Ukrainian economy. According to preliminary estimates, the fall in GDP reported in the Ministry of Economy of Ukraine amounted to about 30%. But this figure is much less than the forecasts of international organizations and of the Ukrainian government.
Despite such a significant decline, it is better than our previous forecasts. When Russia launched terrorist attacks on our critical infrastructure, there were significant fears that the economy could collapse by 35–40%. Denis Shmyhal, Prime Minister of Ukraine, at a government meeting on January the 6th. You need to understand that now our economy is a little distorted, and if in 2021 business, the private sector of it, formed about 65% of GDP, then this year the public and state sector took over the role of the leader that maintains the stability of the economy and formed half of GDP.
Despite the logical fall in the economy due to the Russian invasion, in 2022, Ukrainian business brought about $19 billion to the budget. That is $80 billion more than in the pre-war year.
This is 99.4% of what was planned for the year in peacetime and $2.2 billion more than in peacetime 2021. This is when the economy is falling and there is a legal opportunity not to pay taxes and tax benefits. Taxes were the main resource for financing the army all year round. Yaroslav Zhelezniak, Member of Parliament of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Ukraine's international partners helped to close the budget deficit. Kyiv received about $28 billion from them. Half of the money comes from non-profit loans. Washington allocated the most, $11 billion. Almost the same number EU countries. The financial assistance of the IMF, Canada, Great Britain, Japan and others helped to keep the economy running.
Next year we plan to receive another 18 billion euros from the European Union and $13 billion from the US. Here we are talking about microfinancial support, which will be used to finance budget spending. It is a nice fallback that's up in the air, but we had a confirmed $9 billion macrofinancial assistance package from the EU that we didn't use.
Thanks to the efforts of the Ukrainian people and partner countries, Kyiv managed to finance all the planned budget expenses in the amount of almost $82 billion. Ukrainians spent $16.3 billion on the purchase of war bonds, investing in the army and the stability of the domestic economy of their country. Reported by Dana Kolesnik, Yulia Bezborodko, UATV News.